Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. In this lesson, I just want to talk a little bit about pick direction. I've done a couple lessons that are in the Technique and Fundamentals section of my website, mandolessons.com, on kind of proper pick direction depending on what time signature you're in, whether it's 4/4 or 6/8, reels, jigs, that sort of thing. And there are definitely kind of rules when it comes to the mandolin, or formulas, if you will, to really get your pick going in the right direction. And a lot of that has to do with working so that your accents always come out right. So if you're playing a jig, you're getting that jiggity, 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 jig, and that down, that first beat of that three beat kind of little cluster is always going to be the strong beat. So we talk about getting that down, up, down, down, up, down. But there's also, you can kind of think about it the other way. If you're, this can also be really helpful for fiddle players. If you're coming from the fiddle to the mandolin, I know that I feel this going from mandolin to fiddle, of just like being totally lost with the bow. And I think if you've got a sense of where the kind of stresses and the accents in a tune should be, and what the strong notes and weak notes should be, just always, I think you can kind of reverse engineer proper pick direction, or at least close to proper pick direction, by just focusing on like knowing what note should be strong. And a lot of us just have it's very common to just like have a sense of what note should be strong. Do you want your tune to sound like, or do you want it to be, like, is it up, is it down, where's that strong beat? And ultimately, I think a lot of people really want like that strong beat to be where you might tap your foot. And if you have that sense of where the strong beat should be, on the mandolin what you want to do is you want to just make that strong beat be a downstroke. So if you're playing through a tune like Flop-Eared Mule, which is on my website, and if you're coming through that and maybe you're going, and you say, oh, it should be da ba da ba da, not ya ba da ba da. Then you get down, up, down, up, down. If you have the accent in your head, just make that accent a downbeat and work on getting, make that accent a downstroke, and then often the upstrokes will work themselves out without too much thought. Same thing goes for jigs. If your pick direction's off in a jig, you won't get that real strong jiggity, jiggity, jiggity feeling. And so if you have that sense of like, oh, the strong beats aren't where I really am hearing them in my head, just slow way down and make sure your down beats, or those strong beats, are down strokes. And that's sort of, it might not get you to exactly the right kind of formula that I talk about in those other lessons, which you can find on my website. But you'll get close, and you'll have a better kind of internal sense of like what pick direction should be, just based on where your downbeats are. That said, one thing to keep in mind is there's nothing wrong with adding in some like kind of strong upbeats. So like in something that's maybe jazzier or bluesier, you get something like that, kind of I think of it as like a horn line sometimes, like yep, up, 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 up. Those kind of offbeat strong notes. All of those fifth frets are upstrokes, kind of staccato. You have down, up, 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 up. And that is kind of, it breaks the rule, but it breaks the rule in the right context, because you're saying, okay, I want those to be strong beats, but they just are off beats. So I want, it's I think more awkward in that case to go. And if they're very, if you really want to accent an offbeat, then make it an upstroke with some attack. Then trying to like reverse what your pick direction should be. So I think maybe it comes down to having your pick direction, like you want your downstrokes to be your down. I'm getting my terminology mixed up. You want your strong beats to be downstrokes, but if you have an offbeat that you want to be strong, use an upstroke, but accent it with more kind of pick energy. And it's good to practice both. So that's just kind of the quick little exception to the rule I wanted to tag on the end there. Hope this has been helpful in some way. If you're looking for other tune lessons or song lessons, or any kind of technique lesson, check out mandolessons.com. There's tons more free lessons out there just waiting to get watched, and I hope you find something you're looking for. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.